This Eagle guy seems to really know what he's talking about with everything, and he's a highly skilled individual, so we're just going to listen to him. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm still low on health, right? No, I'm set, but yeah, we're going to stay put and wait. You sit there for a long time. It is cold. There is not a lot of heat coming from the torch, which is burning out. There is a clatter by the exit. Then Eagle appears, throwing first a bundle of branches, then a dead hare at your feet. Let's get a fire going. Eagle then stops and looks at you. Have you been deeper into the cave? No. Eagle examines you a little. Then you didn't meet the fallen warriors in there? Eagle points further into the cave. And there is the entrance to Bardophen's crypt, several sealed hundreds years ago. History tells us that adventurers and fortune seekers awakened all sorts of evil creatures deep inside the crypt. These creatures forced their way out of the crypt and started ravaging the area. The king ordered the crypt sealed, and in a great battle they managed to force the creatures back and seal the crypt. There are still remains of the fallen from that battle in there. The cave and this entire valley are seen as a cursed place, and people stay far away from it. That's why it's a perfect place for us to hide right now. Build a fire, and I'll get dinner ready. Eagle stops, sighs, and puts a hand on your shoulder. You've got many questions, and I have a lot to tell, but first, we'll need warmth and food. So we'll build a fire. You build a fire of the branches and light it with the torch. Eagle readies the hare, and from the sacks he finds a pot and a full water skin. Before long, a stew is cooking, and you both eat gluttonously. Eagle puts aside his bowl. Listen, you are not a forest spawn, and your parents aren't forest folk. That much I know. There's something special about you and your birthright. My birthright? Let me tell you about your mother. A night, almost 20 years ago, there was a knock on the door of my cabin. Outside was a pregnant woman and a young boy asking for shelter for the night. They were frightened and exhausted. I could see on their clothes that they were from the highest class, but now their clothes were ragged and dirty. Women and children must always be protected, so naturally, I let them in, gave them food and shelter. Eagle takes a short break and looks at you directly. The woman's name was Laura, and the child kicking in her womb was you. The boy was her apprentice. She said Bajarki. Laura was in a state of shock and sorrow, but neither she nor Bajarki would reveal where they came from or what they were running from. I felt pretty sure, though, that they came from the White Temple of the Miratians. Some weird names in here, so sorry my utter gutting of the pronunciations. They stayed with me for a couple of weeks. Then one night, Laura went into labor. I helped to bring you into this world. Eagle's eyes brighten, but then his expression becomes more somber. Laura, she fell ill after the birth. We did everything we could, but she got worse. Eventually, she was near death. In her last moments, she pulled me close to her and asked me to swear that I would grant her a final wish. She said that we were to let you grow up unnoticed in the nearby village. No one was to know who you really were. Bajarki was to join you to protect and train you. She gave you the piece of jewelry that I am happy to see that you're still wearing. Her last words I've remembered ever since. Eagle takes a short break and then recounts the last words of your mother. When he is old enough, this piece of jewelry will lead him on the right way. It will protect him while he grows stronger. He will find the truth about me and his father. When the time is right, he will claim his birthright as the scion of his family. Eagle leans back. I'm not entirely sure what she meant. You're certainly important to the Miratians. I swore an oath to Laura, so I'm going to help you to the best of my ability. Eagle closes his eyes and sighs. He mutters to himself. I hope that Bajarki made it. He has to have. I hope that Bajarki made it. He has to have made it. He then turns around and looks in one of his sacks, throws a wool blanket to you. We're going to go ahead and ask him, Helmar from the village tried to turn me into the Black Blades. Eagle eyes widen. Helmar? That selfish, smarmy rat. Eagle seems to know everyone from your village. How'd he get trace of you? He was very interested in my necklace. The necklace. Of course, Helmar's scum. But he wasn't dumb. He recognized something when he saw your necklace. He tried to get a bounty from the Black Blades. Eagle turns his head and spits. Greedy rat. That means he's gone to the highest place. And apparently the king didn't appreciate the news of you and your crystal necklace. I'll track down Helmar and kill him slowly. A little bit too late, dog. He's already dead. Eagle snorts. And I'll find him and kill him again. Who are the Moratnians? Eagle mumbles, eyes closed. Moratnians are masters of the art of magic. Their sanctum was the White Temple. But that is just a haunted ruin now. I've heard a story from the city about the Moratnians assassinating King Arno. His brother Juri took revenge, attacked and sacked the temple. Since then, magic has been outlawed. It happened the same night that Loria and Bajarki came to me. But there is something strange about that story. Laura was a good person. I'm able to see that kind of thing. She was no kingslayer. Maybe you'll find answers if you travel to the remains of the temple and explore it, or go to the large city, Borgen. Tell me about the king jury. Yes, I don't keep up with foolish power struggles and politics, but King Juri took over power after the death of his brother. He's still king, that Juri. Not particularly well liked, and he's sent his Black Blades after us. If we go to Borgen, you can ask around. They quite definitely care more about that kind of thing than I do. Tell me more about Borgen. Borgen, yes, the large city, the capital. If you follow the river Rarva into the country, you'll get to Borgen. It is a large trading hub and the seat of the king. You can find many things in Borgen, but watch out. Don't trust anyone. Everyone's only concerned with scraping together more gold pieces. That's what the city's like. How about the Black Blades? Yeah, you should stay away from them. You've seen what they're capable of. And they burned down my cabin. Eagle looks sour, but then stretches a little and yawns. The Black Blades are the king's best and most ruthless soldiers. This can only mean one thing. King Juri wants you and everyone who has had anything to do with you dead. Why? I can't tell. Then off to sleep we go. You make yourself comfortable with the wool blanket and try to make sense of everything that you have been told. The eagle is snoring already. You put extra wood on the fire, and soon you are also sleeping tightly. You wake up to the sound of eagle packing. Time to leave. We need to get to the river Rarva today. We've circled around to avoid the Black Blades. When we get to the river, we can follow the hidden path north all the way to Borgen. Eagle smiles cleverly. Borgen's the last place anyone will look for us, and there we'll be able to find answers. He nods to you. Keep the wool blanket. You might need it. You move out of the cave, and soon you are on your way through the valley again. You wander in silence. Eagle glances up the sides of the cliffs and suddenly widens his eyes. Back! He pushes you backwards and draws his dagger. You hear a rattling of pebbles from upwards. Up there, almost the same color as the rocks, a creature is advancing down towards you. A Terrellian, Eagle shouts. More than anything, the creature looks like a giant crab with legs reaching 2 to 3 meters and an equal unexpectedly large body, it jumps towards Eagle, who manages to sidestep it. The Talaron stands tall on its legs and opens its two big claws. Behind its claw arms, you see it's waving a pair of long front legs with pointy, black stings at their ends. "Watch out, it's poisonous," Eagle yells. Choose a weapon. We're gonna take the old sword. Choose extra weapon for the fight. Oh man, a knife. Eagle tries to attack the soft abdomen of the Talaron with a sweeping movement, but it raises itself on its long legs with incredible speed and avoids the attack. We're gonna go ahead and attack. We're going to thrust with the sword. You go right, thrusting at the Talaron, but you only hit the air as it manages to get away. Talaron swings an open claw towards you. It is moving faster than you are, and it gets a hold of your leg. You fall face first to the ground, but you are quick to get on your feet. Eagle throws himself forward and punches his dagger deep into the abdomen of the Talaron. From underneath, it does not make a sound, but it lurches its front legs wildly. "Take that, you beast!" It flails its front legs and makes a clacking sound with its claws. We'll do a chop with our weapon. Your muscles tighten and you try to hurt the Talaron badly with a chop of your sword, but it scuttles to the side rapidly, avoiding the attack. Talaron raises one pointy front leg and jams it down towards Eagle. He dodges and avoids getting struck. Eagle takes a step back, exhausted. "I'm too old for this." He trails off, groaning as he stands up, his dagger ready. We'll go ahead and chop again. Raising your sword high, you let it fall on the Talaron, but you miss. The Talaron tries to hit you with one of its pointy front legs. You roll across the ground to avoid getting hit. Eagle whirls towards the Talaron and swings his dagger towards its vulnerable abdomen. It is hard to tell whether it hits, but it withdraws suddenly. It moves sideways. We'll cut. You arc your sword in a cut form. The left towards the Talaron, but it is too fast and the sword only hits air. Man, I can't hit shit. I haven't hit a single attack. The Talaron waves its claws but does not attack. Eagle avoids the pointy front legs of the Talaron abruptly, and it stabs it into the body. "Ah!" he exclaims. Eagle has moved himself close to the Talaron. It jabs its pointy front legs down towards him. He spins around while its front legs strike the ground on both sides of him, and he plunges the dagger in between its eyes. The Talaron does not make a sound, but it quivers for a moment before it collapses with its legs pointing in all directions. Man, I didn't get a single hit on this crab. Well, thanks, Eagle. Thanks for carrying me. Jeez.